Welcome back to the Abiding Trails podcast. I'm Chasity, the founder of Abiding Paws, where I create embroidered gear for men of bold faith who love their dogs and hit the trail every chance they get. If you've been around my brand for any time, you know my reality. I live with 8 Pitbulls, which you may hear one of them in the background now. But I have a 10-year-old senior, which is the one barking currently, who's been my teacher longer than I care to admit, a mama and daddy dog at 5 years old, and five absolutely wild 2-year olds. Because of the pack dynamic, they can't all be together at once. So my daily life is a constant rotation of doors, walls, gates, and careful management. And here's what spending your life surrounded by bully breeds teaches you. These dogs will preach better sermons than most podcasts if you pay attention. Today, I want to walk through 5 things my pit bulls do that my Bible says we should do too. These aren't just cute dog traits, these are discipleship traits that I watch lived out every single day in fur. Point 1: show up with the same enthusiasm every single day. When I rotate my 2-year olds out for their turn, it doesn't matter if they just saw me an hour ago during the last rotation. It's pure explosion of joy, zero chill, complete unguarded excitement to see me every single time. Lamentations 3:22 to 23 says, "The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." New every morning, not when we've earned it, not when our quiet time has been consistent, every morning. My dogs model that better than most Christians do. For the men I designed for, the steward, the man who follows Jesus boldly, loves his bully breed embarrassingly, and hits the trail with both, shows up for his family, his faith, and his responsibilities with that same steady enthusiasm. Not perfect, but consistent. Not flaky, but reliable. Point 2: forgive immediately and completely. Managing 8 dogs means accidents happen. I step on paws, I bump noses, sometimes corrections are firmer than I actually intended them to be. You know how long they hold it against me? About 3 seconds. Then they're back asking for affection. Ephesians 4:32 says, "Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you." My dogs forgive faster than I forgive the guy who cuts me off in traffic. What would it look like if the men listening forgave their buddies, their wives, their brothers in Christ with that same immediate grace? Point 3: stay loyal no matter what. Pit bulls are bred for loyalty. It's in their DNA. My daddy dog shadows my husband through the house, not anxiously, just with this quiet, steady awareness of where he is. Ruth 1:16 says, "Where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, I will lodge." As a woman watching the culture try to pull men away from their commitments, I see how rare this quality is becoming. But the men who wear my gear, they stay loyal to their wives when marriage feels like work, to their kids when parenting is hard, to their God when faith feels difficult. Point 4: rest without guilt. My senior dog is the master of this. When he's done, he finds his spot and is completely professionally unconscious. No performance anxiety about whether he's earned this rest. Psalm 23:2 says, "He makes me lie down in green pastures." Sometimes God has to force us to rest because we've forgotten how. Your dog knows work hard, then rest completely. For the men listening, taking Sabbath, putting down your phone, resting with your dog and your family, that's obedience, not laziness. Point 5: love embarrassingly and without reservation. My dogs have zero concept of playing it cool when they love. They love out loud. Full body wiggles, complete invasion of personal space, announcing my presence to everyone. 1 John 4:19 says, "We love because he first loved us." Jesus didn't love us privately. The cross was very public. Men, don't be afraid to love your family, worship your God, and yes, show affection to your dog in ways that might look embarrassing to the world. Living with these 8 dogs daily is exactly what inspired one of my favorite pieces of Abiding Paws. It's an embroidered tee that simply says, "I asked God for patience, he sent me a Pitbull." If you've ever tried to manage a stubborn bully breed, or in my case, 8 of them, in rotation, you know exactly what that shirt means. It's funny, but it's also a testimony. God is growing patience, presence, and stewardship in you through that dog. Check the link in the show notes. Here's my challenge for you this week. Pick one of these 5 qualities this week. Watch your dog live it out, because they will, probably within 20 minutes of finishing this episode. Ask God to grow that same quality in you. This is Abiding Trails. I'm Chasity from Abiding Paws. Walk faithfully, love deeply, and steward what God puts in your hands, fur, chaos, and all.